Well, hello, hello, hello to everybody in this amazing community. My name is Teresa Sanderson, and today we're talking about why, whether or not your hospice is for profit or not for profit, it just doesn't matter. Stick with me today. I'm going to share with you this information. And if you are a hospice marketer, a hospice agency, hospice liaison, whatever it is that they call you in that role, this information is for you because if you're using it as a marketing point, it's probably falling on deaf ears, and I really want you to understand why. So, thank you for joining me. My name is Teresa Sanderson. I'm a registered nurse and former hospice owner. And I had the blessing of owning a hospice in the early 2000s and grew that to a $3 million a year business from just a $6,000 investment. Yes, you heard me right. So I know a little bit about marketing and growing a hospice because I did that in an area where our population is 20 people per square mile. So very, very rural. And also, just had to make it happen, right? So anyway, let's chat about this a little bit. So why does it not matter? I heard this question the other day. It came up and somebody said, "Hey, Teresa, um, what's the difference between working as a nurse, right, for a not-for-profit hospice or a for-profit hospice?" And this is an age-old question. I wish it had died long, long ago, been allowed to die that peaceful, natural death. But you know what? It's still with us today. And all it does is, guess what? Create division among hospice providers, as if tax status somehow means that one organization has more integrity, more honesty, somehow more goodwill than anybody else because of the not-for-profit status. So simply explained, for-profit hospice and not-for-profit hospice, there really are no different. They all work under the same regulations, under the Medicare conditions of participation. They all have the same rules, guidelines, regulations, and everything like that to follow. So if you're a nurse or other care provider and you're working for a hospice or you would like to work for a hospice, the tax status, being not-for-profit or for-profit, has absolutely no impact on the standard of care provided by any hospice organization. I want you to hear me clearly on that. Whether a hospice is for-profit or not-for-profit has absolutely zero impact on the quality and standard of care provided by that organization. Did you hear me? Okay. So why is that? Because for-profit and not-for-profit, like I said, they're just different tax statuses. The not-for-profit hospice has elected that status, and they do not pay taxes. That is an organization that does not pay taxes. Any income that comes in, they are not taxed on it. They're not taxed on donations that come in, any revenue that they create. But trust me, a not-for-profit business of any kind cannot exist without, guess what? Turning a profit. Because if there is no income, there are no employees. If there is no income, there is no service. If there is no income, there is no building. Do you see? So the difference is, like that building I just mentioned, there's no taxes. Okay, all of the income that comes in, it's not taxed. So that's a great benefit, right, for people who choose to be a not-for-profit. Now there are some caveats there, and certain things that a not-for-profit has to do, like submit some reports and different kinds of things to verify and confirm, kind of support, that they are a not-for-profit entity. On the for-profit side of things, though, what that means is this is a business that pays 100% of required taxes as a business or corporation, LLC, whatever they are, to the state and the federal government. Okay, so the for-profit hospice has higher daily costs, right? Because they have to figure in taxes. So when it comes to not-for-profit or for-profit, can you see what I mean? This has nothing to do with the quality of care that you're going to provide at the bedside. Absolutely nothing to do. It creates a lot of division, but trust me, neither organization is holier than thou. And why do I know that? Because I was a for-profit hospice, number one, and I know that as a for-profit hospice, I provided a lot of things to our patients and clients that not-for-profit hospices were not providing at the time. Okay. At the same time, I want to tell you that not-for-profit hospices do some wonderful work. Okay. And really what it comes down to, this is another great thing. If you've seen one hospice, you've seen one hospice, whether they're not-for-profit or for-profit, It all depends on who's in that leadership seat that manages the purse strings and the budget of the hospice, who can make decisions on how money is spent, and where those funds go once the income is generated. That's the biggest piece of the puzzle for you right there. And trust me, that's going to vary as much. The quality of that person in that leadership seat for any hospice is going to vary as much on the not-for-profit side of things as it is on the for-profit side of things. If anything, now that you know that for-profit hospices have to bear the full tax burden of running as a corporation within the United States, okay, doesn't it stand to reason that they have to be a little more on top of what's going on financially, right, than the not-for-profit? Doesn't it stand to reason that maybe the for-profit has to hustle a little bit more to be able to churn and turn the income and serve enough patients to be able to meet payroll, to be able to take care of their overhead, all of those things? You see what I mean? So neither one is necessarily worse or better than the other. The difference is the tax base. So I just want to clear that up. And if you are with me, type an ALD under this video. Allow natural death, baby. We need to let this thing die. We need to let this thing go. So thank you for tuning in with me today. I hope you enjoyed this little thing. I know that haters gonna hate. Some of you may not like it, but it's the absolute truth. Look it up. Google it. It's not tough to figure it out. Here's the thing I've got for you, though. If you are a hospice marketer, hospice nurse, hospice executive, and you're looking to grow and expand your business, I have an awesome free training that's coming up. It's called the 5-Day Hospice Marketing Reboot, and I cannot wait to have you and your people sit in on me with it. It is launching a little bit later this month, so click the link below. Sign up to be on the list and get the news when that comes out, because it's totally free, 5 days. Trust me, you have untapped referral sources within your communities, and I'm going to show you where they are and how you can connect with them. So you won't want to miss my 5-Day Hospice Marketing Reboot. Click the link below this video and get in on the training. I will see you there. Bye.